Fam's Dark Angel's Journey. I'm Shakira. So, you probably noticed I haven't been posting as often, and that's because I've spent the last uh couple of weeks just trying to figure out the whole TD Ameritrade thing, and I was ready earlier this week to put in my first live trade, and then I discovered that I wasn't approved to trade futures on TD. There was once you open the account and you fund it to trade futures, there's two things you have to do. There's like a margin thing that you have to apply for, which I'd already done. And then once that got approved, then in tiny, tiny letters, it says that you're supposed to click this thing to apply. And then there's a whole application process that you have to go through for applying to even be able to trade futures on TD. So I was dealing with all that drama. So yay. Oh, so that was a little annoying. They were asking for brokerage accounts from previous futures brokers, and I was like, I don't have that. It's my first account. What are you doing? And then, I had a chat with someone on the phone, and they were like, oh, well, have you traded stocks over the years? I'm like, yeah. I was like, add that and then provide those statements. I'm like, oh, but they didn't make it clear. So I'm finally approved to trade live funds. I was able to do it on Friday, which is nice, but I chose not to and start trading at the end of the week. And I mean, we saw how things just kind of just blew up. So I was kind of happy to not to get in on that action, even though every long looked like it would have worked. And I did a couple of demo trades long that worked relatively well. In any case, it's Saturday and I'm gonna start trading next week. So I'm starting to look through my trade calculations, and I want to continue testing, or I want to continue testing the simulated process for adding in my entries and stuff. So the I'm going to end up using the desktop version of it. Why? Because when I create my templates, I can use it on desktop but not on the web, which is very annoying. So, and I figured out how to show the open profit and loss. So let's get tiny here. Let's get tiny, super bright. So this is the simulated version of it so I can show you guys how to do it. And so of course, this isn't the home screen. This is the screen I've set up. Did you know they have Minesweeper in here? It's crazy. You can play actual Minesweeper in here. Oh my goodness. I'm like, go on with your bad selves. See how quickly it's going to take me to lose. Look, that's got to be right there. And let's try that one. Maybe that one. Okay. Haha. How was I at, so I was wrong all the way around here. Fun. Anyway, so that's cool. But anyway, so some things I learned about the desktop. There's these options here where you can link the pages in. So if I want it to be red, yellow, blue, whatever, I can link them. So if I say I want this to be that, then I can link all the news to the blue link, and then all of my charts I can specify to blue. So whatever I'm clicked into, like it'll switch news for the micros, charts for the micros, buying for the micros, all that good stuff. I'm not going to be trading the micros because I'm not paying 225 per micro, even though my original plan was to do 10 micros and then, you know, take some off. Anyway, so one thing that I learned about the drawing tool. So like when I specify this hand here, I can actually move things around, which is something that was irritating me. And then this one is the one where you can actually like zoom in. Oops. Haha. And then you can zoom out, move things around. This is on 1 minute, so I'm just gonna plop that up to the 15-minute because we had quite the run up. And you can also set up different bases for things color-wise. So I switched to, you can set up like, you can do application settings, you can go to look and feel, and then you can specify how you want to look. It can be dark, it can be light, you can edit like base versions of it, and then you can specify the spacing, whether you want to show the delayed, show the cursor, and then I'll give you an example of what it would look like down here. And stuff. And then active trader order submission rate limit 500 milliseconds, auto center ladder every 5 seconds. I don't know what that means, but I will not necessarily be using the auto send unless I'm like trying to catch a move that's like moving up, which I probably won't be doing. But as an example, let's zoom in, and then I'd have to do this to switch over. This also has the Fibonacci retracement things. I really don't understand. Just curious. Oh, okay. Oh, that has like this one. This one uses the dollar values, and I guess you can modify them in here. That's nice. I'm not likely to use this anyway because I'll be utilizing TradingView to why is it so hard to delete things? I mean, it probably isn't hard. I've just removed it. Right, there we go. It's just and I just don't like having to click back and forth between things. I'm sure there's probably some custom setting that you can use. Maybe. What does that look like? Whatever. Anyway, so I wanted to take a look at my I want to take a look at my creating a custom OCO bracket. So I'm gonna do actually. So I'm gonna come all the way down here just for funsies and do it in an empty space. So I'm gonna do buy. This opens this up, and I'm gonna edit. So if I edit it, I can switch this to first trigger with OCO. And basically, I can add additional, oh, I thought it was supposed to, okay, let's do first trigger sequence. No? Usually, I guess I have to duplicate the order. Create a duplicate. So if I'm trying to do a buy, then I need to do a sell. And then I need to make some adjustments to, you know what, let's delete this one because that didn't come out the way I expected it. Let's do it in here. Let's do buy custom with OCO bracket. There we go. And now I get to specify linked. I can specify the dollar value I want to buy it at. If I close this, if I open this up, then it will just take the next best market order. But if I close it, it will just buy it at that particular market order. And then I can specify where I want to take profit. I'm going to unlink that and adjust the triggers to the step ladder where I can specify, like, say I want to make 160 ticks. Because there's all the options. You can use percentages, you can use the plus sign, dollar value, or the step ladder for the ticks is what I've learned. And then the stop, you can specify a stop limit, I think. And then you can also specify, well, actually, I think it's simpler for me to just specify a stop and then change it in the order. So then I can do a similar thing here where I want my stop to be -40 ticks or whatever, right? And then I can do save template, and I'm gonna just call this by 160 minus 40. Save that one. And then if I want to do the opposite, delete that, come back down here, sell custom with OCO bracket. And now I have a sell order with 2 buy options. Same thing, locked at whatever price. And then when we use and when we use these templates later, we can adjust the dollar value we want to buy and sell at. Anyway, so we'll break that up and it changes the step ladder and 160, and then we set the stop to 40. Oops. Here we go, the thing. And then I'm just gonna go sell minus 160, 40, save. And that's that though, and then I can delete that. And then when I want to actually use them, I can come in here and go into buy custom, and now I have my custom orders. Now I'm curious about with stop limit. Okay. So if I do this and I do this and I want 40 stop limit, you can change it for good to close. I mean, most things are going to be in the day for me, so I'm not going to need to do that. And I think the standard deviations -1 dollar. So I'll specify -1 tick. So if I set my stop to like 39, then if it goes 1 tick over, I can like, do what I need to do, I think. So let's create this one. And this is what, a buy stop limit. Okay, let's save that template, delete that. And just for funsies, let's do a buy. I'm curious about the stop limit. Let's see what that looks like. And send and confirm. Okay, so I'm curious about what that looks like. So the limit order is here and the stop's down here. The limit order is at, where is it? It's supposed to be able to see no, it's up here. No, yeah. No, it's gotta be down here somewhere because 3 something. 2 something. This part gets me. The stop limit's up there. Where is the buy limit? I thought I was supposed to be able to see it, right? In any case, one other thing I wanted to note. So you can come in here and remove the things you don't need. So profit and loss open. I've added it in here so I can see it. So when the order is actually filled, it'll show you the dollar values of how much you would lose or gain if your stop is opened. Hold on, did that show you? Oh, it doesn't. Sorry guys, there's a pop-up window on here, but just out of curiosity. So did that do what I wanted it to do? So if the limit order, so buy one at 351.50, the stop limit was set at -39 with a trigger of -1. I don't know if I did that right, but that's the stop limit. 342, which looks about right for 40 ticks. Okay, let's cancel that. And then let's take a look at our buy. Okay, and this one is just to buy at whatever the market price is. So we could do buy. Oh, wow. None of the sorry about that. None of the drop-down menus show when I do these. It just shows, you can just see the results on the screen. So then if I were to, this one is the yeah, so the buy limit order as an example, just auto does everything for me, which is nice. So I'll have those sorted out and ready for Monday to use. And then so deleting the main order deletes all of them all at once. So let's try the sell limit. And let's confirm. Hmm. Oh, why did it do that? So some reason I'm in a position for whatever reason. Oh, but this is a good example. Like I'm in a position on the simulated thing, for whatever reason. But now you can see, like, I don't really understand why. Oh, okay. So the stop's up here at 472, and the limit for taking profits at 419. So that would be at 800, so 160 ticks, so that's perfect. And then where's my stop? And okay, and the stop's here at 200. So it's perfect. So buy orders, yeah. And then sell orders show up over there. I might rearrange it. Another thing you can do is you can actually like move this over this way so you can see them a little bit easier. I might put the price there. Yeah. So we see the stop there at 200, and then get down, we see or take profit down here. So let's go ahead and cancel that order. Don't know why it. Let's go to monitor, I think. Okay. And see, let's click on this position. So need to know how to clear out working orders, create closing order. Create closing order. So let's just do that. Make sure I'm doing this right. And we're not just making more. Okay. And still need to figure out the best way to close something. I'm gonna put this to blue, right? So what is this? Ew, futures only thing. This is active. How do I should just be able to close it? The web, I gotta give the web, um, I gotta give the web version its props. It's much easier to get rid of orders on the web version of this, in my mind. Because in the monitor tab here, the positions, there's this guy, and I should be able to, what is reset all position? Yes. So quantities at 0, positions none. Okay, so I think we're done. Let's check the chart. Okay, good. This thing is reset. Because it's kind of weird. There's futures trader, which is where we were. So I was trying to do something silly over here. So if I do, let's see, sell limit at 16, blah, blah, blah. And look at how much commissions that's going to be by the end of round trip. Well, So my question is, why is it doing that? It's doing them. I have one quantity here, a sell on NQ for some reason. Something to work through, like, because as I'm testing it, I want to reset. So that canceled everybody. So resetting all the positions to 0, closed it. Now there's no working orders. And for some reason, they're filling my orders at these bigger prices. Let me go to the chart here and let me do this. Let's say I want to sell, and 17,322 is the limit price that I want to buy this at. Okay, 17,323. So send and confirm. 17. So it has to be at. Did you see that? I specified 17,323, but it opened it all the way up here for some reason. It's annoying. Something to reset all the positions to 0, so canceled. Okay, so that's another way to do it. You can create a low closing order too. That's nice. But that's annoying. Like, why is it doing that? It's like, let me go over to this trade section here and reset this to 15 minutes. Okay, and my general desire, let me come all the way down here. Let's see if it's going to do the same crap again. 14.7 is like way below what we need. That's the price I need. 17,499, 17,479,950 is what we need for it to open. But it did it again. Look at that. I dropped all the way to the bottom and it still opened it. I know I'm testing this out, but where'd it go? I know I'm testing this out, but I don't like that behavior. So we'll see how it behaves. All right, so you can create a closing order. So let's see, can buy one at that price. Okay, all right, so I'm just double checking. I don't care about options. Just checking the futures. What is this? What did I click on? Let's go to futures trading. The limit order is still there, so it didn't actually sell. Let's go to monitor. This says 0. Let's see, we still have 2 working orders. This is why I don't like, let's see, we canceled. So if there's a buy order and it's gone, then it should have automatically canceled these 2 as well, which it didn't. And I don't have anything in here. So let's see, can we just reset all positions? Okay, and then that gets rid of that. That's annoying. Anyway, so that's me poking around this thing, and then you can see the account summary. Actually, you can look at profits and loss for the day over here. And in the demo, there's 2. So I sometimes forget to change which account I'm trading on. So this is the statement for the IRA. So it's quite possible, when we can open this back up. And it looks like this is just, so IRA, everything's been reset, it looks like. And let's see. So nothing over here. Probably need to bring this all back up. Should be like a nice, easy way. There we are. Haha. I was too far down. But anyway, so next week I'll be starting to use this platform. But actually sorry about that. Let me open that back up. Blank space. Let me move over to the TradingView platform. Okay. Oh, so we had a lot of fun this last week with um, I mean, I'm gonna just hide that and just open this up because this is the week. So there's no TGIF Friday trade opportunities this last Friday, and we just busted through. Whew. Just making all-time highs. It's kind of incredible, right? Let's get a low, lower low, shift it through, breaker, tapped it, ran on the weekly if you're like trading those longer time frame. And then on the daily, this week was it's pretty gross, if I'm being honest, like consolidating. And then on Thursday we broke out of it. Very bullish. So everything on Friday was just like bull, 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 bull. I was honestly expecting them to dip back in here, but this SIBI held price up, and then they honestly, once we saw them roll through the hang out above the halfway point, that was a very obvious we're going up. But I will freely admit that I wasn't analyzing the charts that hard this week because I was so busy trying to get this futures account sorted out. In any case, I am going to be utilizing this NQ chart and the calendar, of course. Let's take a quick look, like what else do we got going on next week? Let's look at the whole week. It's a Monday, nothing. So I don't know, we had a lot of expansion, so we could continue that. Or we could just like be lazy. And then Tuesday, nothing. I mean, stuff for the currencies, but I guess there's a orange thing at 10 o'clock on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, uh, nothing for the US except for 9:45 flash services. Nice. Okay, cool. And Thursday, unemployment claims and GDP, so stuff to look out in the morning. My general plan is very simple. So it's very simple. I am going to take a look between 9:45 and let's grab I'm going to take a look between 9:45 and to 10 o'clock, right? So if I were to do a replay like this, right, it's the 15-minute. So what do we have? Like the real the AM London lows are like all the way down here. There's also this one right here. So it's also at midnight opening price, which is insane, right? So they took this out. There's also this order block, this grouping of order blocks here that they tapped into. Busy. And an opening. Oh, sorry. So they tapped into that. 9:30 wicked down. So we trying to look for, so 9:30 we dropped. We've been relatively bullish. So I would have been waiting until between 9:45 and 10 o'clock to find something, right? So look at the 1 minute. So hold on, make sure I'm not crazy. So I had this bigger 15-minute fair value gap that I was looking at, right? I wanted to see how price behaved inside of it. And then let's see, we had smaller fair value gaps down here. But anyway, let's go to 1 minute. So I would basically be waiting somewhere between 9:45 to see what's happening, right? We've already had a run through here. So the general idea would be not expecting anything juicy, right? Then we have a shift here, but no imbalance there, unless we can see it on the 30 seconds. Oh, hello. Haha. The other thing that I'm going to be doing is as I look at these shifts, so I'm going to be doing this, and I'm going to see what areas intersect with the fair value gap that is available. So there's this, and then I'll be measuring out, for example, like the midpoint, because I would want an entry here, but that's already happened here, so not really looking for that. Or maybe I will be, I don't know. So I'm 40 tick stop. My general desire would be to have it all the way down there. And then, of course, looking for like one of these highs to get taken out. So let's go back to the 1 minute as an example, right? The other thing is, because it's the silver bullet, it doesn't require like a proper shift, I don't think, right? So we just about to hit 10 o'clock. Big displacement. Nice. Big displacement. There's this. So one of two things can happen for me right now as I'm testing this out. I can take a look at this big displacement, and I don't know if this worked, right? I can take a look at that and see what that looks like. I can also basically estimate that either they tap into this, drop, and then a stop below that. And then the general gist should be a stop below here, but that's like too much. Or I can do something like this in the hopes that they'll come back and tap the top of that fair value gap with my 40 tick stop right there. So let's see what we get. All right, so we dump back down, and then we dump back down right there. So let's say I buy right there with my 40 tick stop, because, fair value gap, I'm looking at this as the silver bullet, right? So my other thought now is they tapped above that. I can estimate based off of here where I can go. Like one standard deviation is good. Also look at the, taking over that thing and then just trailing my stop up with it, right? So sadly, let's see, just barely made that, definitely stopped out, right? So let's close that. This is why, I will be paying very close attention to the 5 and 15 minutes. Because right now, this is still wicking, right? But if I'm on the 1 minute, I would have seen that roll up, waiting for it to take out this high, see how it behaves at the halfway point of this wick. Would have lost me some stuff. So now we're, so that tells me that, let's look at this on the 5 minutes, sorry. So I guess I should have expected that because there's this wick through this thing. So this wick through it right there. So let's do 4, 3, because this was very hard trading there on Friday, I think. At 10 o'clock. Once it started running, it was much easier. So here we have this wick. They took this out. I don't know if they need to take that out. There's a fair value gap here, but no real shift. So I'm still waiting because I still think long is where it's at. And I still think this fair value gap is the way to go. But given my desire for a stop being at 200, because I'm trying to limit, actually less than that, but I'm trying to limit my stop to about 280, my daily loss to 280. So now, what time is it? 10:16. So this is crap for me, right? So I'm just gonna be waiting for something. Now I like the way this looks. It did something similar, came back and gave me something, but then ran me out. Fair value gap here. It's not very pretty. So probably just wait because it's doing this foolishness, right? There's also the consideration that if I'm going to be really lazy about it, there's a shift right here, 0.62. So simple truth is like, if I need to be able to get an entry at the 0.62 or set 0.7, or 7.9. There's a fair value gap all the way down here. So I don't know. I'd have to wait and see. This is very just mean. So 6.2 had a nice reaction. So if it leaves a fair value gap and gives us an opportunity, it does right there. So if it comes back down into this general space, which it did, but I want a proper back down. So let's try that one more time. Let's go this way, but it's ugly. It's really ugly. So if we can't, once we get out of here, then we'd be moving the stop up. What time is it? There's also waiting until just after 10:30 too for some stuff, right? Because the general gist is now we have a second sweep. They shifted back down into this order block. They gave you a fair value gap right here. They're staying above the halfway point of the 15-minute fair value gap. That makes me feel better about the trade. And then now it's just a matter of waiting. It's ugly. It's so ugly. Look at it. Look at that. Because I'm looking for up here. My stop would be above my entry point to cover fees in case it comes back down, because it's very gross price action. Right? So we're looking for these highs up here to get taken out. So let's do that. So we're still looking for a long. My first entry was bad. So I would have lost 200 on that. And then right there, I would have made that. So it's flattened. Right. So that would have been nice. And minus like the 200, whatever. And then I'll just be done for the day. But this type of price action is like so hard because, I mean, look at it. I mean, it's just mean. It's gross. It's really gross. Ugh. And it's still up, and now we're, getting closer to 10, 11:30. So that would be my attempt at a trade. Would have been stopped at the first time, 200, then I would have tried one more time. And then if I didn't win that one, then I would have had to, dippy. So what was so gross? So what was so terrible about this price action right here? Let's zoom in on it. So what did we do? 9:30 we dropped, we took some stuff out, then we came back down. The problem is that midnight opening price was right there too. Right? It was right there. So then they came back down, shifted to take these guys out. Everybody who went long there. And then it sprawled up. There was a shift here. Fair value gap down here, which they did dip back into. So that would have been another opportunity for a better entry. But like this one, I mean, I honestly prefer, because we're like at the halfway point finally. We're showing some steam. We took out some stuff. There's a fair value gap. That would have been the entry. And then run that up. But ugh, it's ugly. And then can roll up into the afternoon, 2 o'clock. So 1:45-ish. to 2 o'clock. Replay on that one. So 140, let's go here. So 150, right? So on the 1 minute, we've been just running up, running up, running up, running up. If I'm being completely honest with you, I probably, with this, if this shifts up one more time, then I'll just continue up, honestly. So I'll just be watching fair value gap to form in here. Oh, it does here. So entry here if it comes back down. So we have a low, lower low shifted through. So there's a bullish breaker right there. So I wouldn't have gotten that one. So it's 2 o'clock. We're just going. We're in unmanned, unknown territory. I mean, I don't know. Just go along. You know, I think a lot of people are just FOMOing in at this point, just going. I would just maybe try and grab like if it gives me like 800 or something like that, I'll just take it. You know what I mean? Just take it and just return back, just flatten, just whatever. So here's like a shift, sort of. I think I took a short in this to test it out because we swept that high and then let's see. And then we swept this and I was looking for it to come back up. And it didn't take this low out, so I was thinking maybe potentially get a quick short in. So I did a quick sell there. And, it wasn't bad. Oops. It was a little scary for a second, and then it dropped decently. And, well, a little bit of droppage, and then I got stopped out. Well, I moved my stuff into profit some, and yeah. But this behavior right here, right? Oops. Not really. So then that's a little bit of a terrible entry. But the general gist would have been like if it came back down in here, then just kind of let it run. I don't know. And see how far up it goes. Don't really know what happened, so I wasn't paying close attention. Yes, I would have been, if I'd taken that, I would have been out right there. But if I were to follow my general process, which is to do this, estimate, we're at that, buy right there, and, just trust that it's going to do what it's supposed to do. It's been bullish this whole time. Why not keep being bullish? And aim for, I don't know, something. It seems like it's consolidating now, so it takes this high out, maybe the half. My stop would be under here. Okay. Now just be trailing it up because it's after 4. Now I'll be out of this position right around here. So I would just flatten and just take the money and run. Anyway, I got off track there. It's Saturday. Go enjoy yourselves. I am going to take a look at my trading plan and refine it this weekend before I get started on Monday. So I'll keep you guys posted on how P&L's going. Because I'll be tracking it and documenting it every week with screenshots of this trades that I take, and when I can, I'll record it. I'll record the trade station version of it, and we'll go from there. Have a great weekend. Shakira out.